Hey everybody, I'm Brian with Fort-Knox Garage, and I'm going to show you one of the best ways to add an auxiliary power source to any of your vehicles instead of smashing the wire underneath the fuse box. Because if you're like me, I wanted to wire in, let's just say, some Raptor lights in the grill, and I want them to turn on with the ignition. So I'm going to tie into a fuse inside that fuse box. But the only way I thought of it was just you get the wire in there and you just run it underneath the edge and you smash that lid on it. And not only could it cause damage to the wire, but it also might not make that fuse box waterproof or weatherproof like it's intended. So I figured out a better way to do it, because you can see right here when I did these lights on this 4Runner, I did just that. And still to this day, I haven't had any problems, but you can kind of see in the wire, it's got some flat spots and it might wear through. But all I did is I ran it around the side, I smashed the lid over it, and I got the tabs to kind of click in. But I would guess that there's a chance that some moisture could get up in there. So let me show you a better way that I came up with when I did it to my Tacoma, and that's where I actually came up with this method. Also really quick, if you haven't already, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and I also make my own t-shirts. Check out the website there. I sell them for about 20 bucks. It's something I like to do on the side, some really cool custom designs. So if you want to support me in the channel, grab a t-shirt or just hit like and subscribe. Let's get back to the video. I was coming across the same problem where I could not get this lid to smash down over the wire. So instead of running that wire over the edge, I figured there's got to be a way that I can kind of come up underneath like all the other wires on the vehicle were from the factory. So I was looking around, I saw that there's some flat places on there that are flat plastic. And when I reached my hand up underneath around the edges, I could actually feel that there was a void, and I could probably just clear that little layer of plastic because it was almost just like a tabletop with all the fuses in there. So what I did is I took a 1/4-inch drill bit, or whatever size you need. I did mine, I think about an 1/8 or just under a 1/4 inch. And I drilled straight through that after inspecting underneath to make sure I was not going to hit anything. There's a lot of spaces underneath there I found that were empty. So I found one of those spaces. Closer to the edge is preferable because then you can kind of actually really investigate underneath. And it also helps that when you want to put your wire through, you can catch it and run it where you need to. So what I would do is I would find a flat place inside your fuse box, take a little bit of time to kind of look for the best spot, drill lightly so that you don't punch all the way through, but just clear that layer of plastic. And my guess is that it's probably just that little layer, and then you're all the way through underneath. Then you can take the wire you need and feed it through. And this is where a couple different methods come in. You could take something stiff like maybe a Romex wire that has a little bit more flexibility but will hold its shape, and you can feed that through, catch the wire that you need to, kind of like a fishing tape when you're doing electrical work, tie it to that and then pull it back through. That may be what you need to do for some of these fuse boxes on different vehicles, but my guess is that there is probably a spot you can do this on. So get that wire through however you choose to do it. You could even feed it through the top and then connect it to whatever you're connecting it to, like maybe some ditch lights or Raptor lights or whatever it is, just for auxiliary power. Then you can splice it, connect it, or maybe you already have that fuse piggyback already attached. But either way, I would find that flat spot, drill the hole, fish your wire through, connect it to your piggyback or connect it to your lights that you want. Then what I did at the very end to make sure this thing is sealed perfectly, I took some hot glue. I knew it was a little bit flexible, but it would also dry easy, and it would also kind of expand and contract with whatever heat there was, but I knew it wouldn't melt. So I took some hot glue, I just dabbed a little bit on it where the wire goes through. I let it kind of fall through a little bit, and then what I would do is I would just take that wire, move it up or down a little bit. That kind of helps push that glue above and below that plastic surface. This way we're going to be sealing around the wire really good. Then I just held it for a few seconds because, again, I knew the hot glue would set up pretty quick, so that's why I wanted to use it as well. And I didn't want to use any silicones or anything that'd be too rubbery. So this is hard enough to create a really good seal, but still flexible enough to pretty much last as long as I think it was. And if you look at it now, it's holding up perfectly. It actually looks cleaner than anything else inside the fuse box. It's holding perfectly. If you're going to do this and you want to kind of think ahead, maybe run 2 or 3 wires through one hole and seal them. That way, if you ever need to attach to another wire and get it inside of your fuse box without compromising the integrity of the fuse box, I would actually maybe put 2 or 3 wires through, 1 or 2 that you're not going to use, and then whatever one you are going to use. But this was my best method that I could come up with to not mess with the fuse box on how it came from the factory, but still get that wire inside so I could piggyback off a fuse. I know there's a lot of us out there that want to attach things to the vehicle, have them turn on with the ignition, and which fuse you attach to obviously is a little bit different per vehicle, but if you look in your manual or if you Google it online real quick, you can probably see which fuse you got to tie into. But it is very easy and quick to do, and you can turn the key on, your lights will turn on with your vehicle, and you haven't compromised anything inside that fuse box. So if you guys found this helpful, please make sure you hit like, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you on the next build.